Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, BMT619 here. Today, I'm actually going to talk to you guys about what my thoughts are on WWE 2K20. This game I pre-ordered on my birthday, October 2nd, and I got the game on October 21st. And this game is something that it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag of either good or bad. Um, so that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to say all the good things I like about the game, and I'll say all the bad stuff about this game, and I'll give my recommendations to anyone out who's looking to play the game or looking to see if this is the right game for you, or checking to see if it's the right fit. So yeah, let's begin.
Zombie apocalypse.
Alright, so now we're going to talk about all of the good things in the game. I do have a whole list here that I'm going to give my thoughts on and go down the list of order. So, first off, the 2K Showcase mode. This year, they feature the 4 horsewomen, which are Sasha Banks, Charlotte, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. I love the idea. It's good on paper. It's a great way of showing the evolution of how they went from NXT to the main roster to even WrestleMania. The execution, though, I thought was a bit meh. Graphics wise, it was a bit overwhelming, which I will explain to in the bad section. But yeah, some of the stuff was a bit okay. The kind of control scheme is a bit weird, but I'm also going to talk about that later on. Universe mode. I did like that they added new animations, especially for the women, because I know that they had the animations for just the men. So it's good that they have their own sort of animations, so that way they don't control with the men. The matches increased significantly and went from up to 7 matches to now up to 9 matches for a regular show Monday through Friday. Monday through Saturday. Sundays they also changed that. They changed the max, I believe, to like something near 20, which I think is very incredible. That's very good, especially for like WrestleManias and stuff. What I didn't like was that besides everything else I just said, there wasn't any new really changes to how the game played out. I did like the fact that for pay-per-views, they can now be hosted by 3 shows. So you can have Raw, SmackDown, and 205 Live. But really, there was not really that much changes to it besides that. And one thing that I pointed out in multiple games, not this game, but in other games before that, is where's the draft mode? I know that after 1 year, they do drafts for certain brands. Why isn't there? It's kind of stupid, but I don't know. It just seems kind of weird that if I wanted to do like a draft of my own, I would have to make a whole list or make a whole like thing online for it. It's just weird to me. The My Career. Same thing as a showcase. It's a basically you are a male and female character or created character, and you go through this journey of like a list that you go down, and you try to complete certain tasks that you want to complete before you reach the Hall of Fame. Again, good on paper, execution meh. I think that the idea of having a boy and girl or a man and a woman do it was excellent. I like the concept of it. The execution was a bit off. I do like the fact that you do matches in all sorts of arenas. I do like the fact that they have some continuity to 2K19 where they, and sorry, spoilers for this, that they introduced BCW again, and they also introduced some characters to the game, such as El Mago Jr., which if you guys know from 2K19, that was a character called El Mago. So that's cool. And also Baron Blade comes back from BCW as well. And even Cole Quinn, which is something that I found really cool. But yeah, again, it's the same as Showcase. It's a little overwhelming, but I think that they can do better with it as long as they update it. The new characters. I'm in love with the new characters that they just came out with. Keith Lee, Tony Storm, Mark Andrews, and a whole bunch of others. Their character models look alright. Keith Lee's look especially good because I think his model is very unique to him. And it's something that I really do like. And even the music, too. I had never realized the music that they had for each of the characters, the new ones like Keith Lee and Tony Storm, because I never watched NXT or NXT UK. Their songs are really cool, and I really do like that. 2K Originals. This one, I love the concept of it's, a fantasy kind of warfare between these fantasy superstars or these alternate versions of different superstars, and you battle them. I really do like that concept. It's something that I really do would consider playing if only I could play it. Again, I did pre-order the game, so I was supposed to get the Bump in the Night, which is the first out of the 4 of the 2K originals, and then you would get Bray Wyatt the Fiend. But I'm gonna lead into that in the bad. And one other thing that I found good is that if you pre-order the game, you get a free QR code for WWE Supercard, which you guys, if you don't know, it's a wrestling card game that pits you against other players, and you have different sort of cards with certain tiers that can get you up. I do play this game. I might do a review on it later on. And this one, it gave me a 2K20 card pack, which is a back handle, and it gave me 2 Becky Lynch cards and 2 Roman Reigns cards of the highest tier. So I got to level them up, and their stats are near 1 million. So that's something that I really do like. And it's cool for new players, too. If they want to try it out, then that's pretty cool. And so, yeah, those are all of my good. So now, let's get in the bad. Alright, so now we're going to talk about the bad stuff in the game. So, I mentioned before that 2K Originals, I did like the concept of, and I really did enjoy that. But, speaking about that, you can't even play it now. 2K has stated that they were patching that up because they had a bunch of glitches with it, and that will be available on the 29th. Now, the thing is, though, I thought when I pre-ordered the game that I was going to get the code for it. Because usually in GameStop things, when you pre-order, you usually get a code. And I have no code. The only code that I see is one that if you didn't like the game and you want to bring it back, there's a little promo code here to do it. But in my thing, I see nothing. I see nothing stating that there is a code on the thing. If you guys can find it, go ahead, but you won't find it. I checked everywhere. I even called GameStop themselves, and they said that they have no idea what's going on with it, and that they would be reaching out to other people who did pre-order it. So I thought that was very strange, and I hope that 2K fixes it, and I hope I get my pre-order, because that's something that I really wanted to do. Creative Championship, also not available yet, and they also stated that 2K stated that they're going to wait until the update later this year. We have to wait for it. Which I was like, really? You can't just bring over the engine, well, not the engine, but the Creative Championship mode from 2K19 and bring it to 2K20? Like, yeah, you can add more championship styles, but I don't understand what's going on with it. And yeah, I understand what's going on because Ukes left, which is the people that usually run the graphics for the game, which I'll get into right now. What the fuck is wrong with the graphics? What the fuck? I seen comparisons of it leading into 2K19 to 20 comparison. I'm like, what's going on? It looks like late PS3 graphics in my eyes. Some stuff do look good, like the arenas, they look all right. Some characters, they look all right. But as I say, character models, some of them look a little bit off, especially the female models. So people like Becky Lynch and Bayley, they look weird. Bayley looks like she has black eyes around her eye to look like she's gonna fall asleep, and Becky Lynch, like, her face looks so malformed. It looks like she's about to, like, break a jaw or something. And especially also in My Career Mode. My Career Mode, they have some characters that look like absolute plastic. And even some of the surroundings, they look a bit dull. They look a bit like, I don't know, they look a bit plasticky. And that's just something that really set me off when I saw that. And so I hope they can fix the graphics issues later down the line. Create a character. It's broken. I did create characters, and I'll show on the screen. I've made a character for myself, and I made a characters for Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler, who are NXT guys. Which, by the way, speaking of those guys, some people weren't even in the game that I thought would be in it. For example, Forgotten Sons, Wesley Blake and Steve Cutler. But yet, Jackson Riker was in the game, and he was late into the group. Dominic Djokovic, also NXT guy. He was never called up to do 2K20. So I thought that was interesting. Ascension, Connor and Victor, they're not in the game. Who else? Epico and Primo. I thought they were still in the company. I guess they're not because apparently they're not in the game. So again, that was interesting. But yeah, create a character. It's a little broken when it comes to it. Movesets. For some reason, whenever you try to save a moveset and save skills, it wouldn't save it. And there's a glitch in the community creations where if you try to download someone, it will have all the default move sets and default entrances. So basically, if you go onto them, it will say they have the Samoan drop, or yeah, the Samoan drop, which is the default for anyone you create, unless you go into it and change the finishers and signatures and all that. I uploaded my character onto community creations. It said that my finishers were a Samoan splash or a Samoan drop. So I went back to movesets and I found out that they resetted all my skills, which I never thought I did from that matter. So that was something they need to fix as well. And I'm going to show footage of that. Glitches. There are a ton of glitches that I will put up right here after I talk about the bad. But yeah, I have a couple clips to show you about that. And that was just off. I will explain in like a little subtitle if you don't see it what's going on. Universe mode. I mentioned that it was alright, but if you let's say if you want to create a tag team, you have to create it twice if you're gonna do universe mode. So if you create, let's say I do Forgotten Sons, I created them in the play mode, the regular play mode that I use for exhibition. Universe mode doesn't carry over. Why? Why does it not carry over? That's something that I found a bit tedious, and it's time consuming for me to create all of the teams again or create all the characters again and then put them into universe. That's just stupid. And with the whole reset universe thing, the feature, should they? I think there should be an option to keep certain aspects like tag teams or rosters and just reset maybe like the calendar, because something like that really pissed me off, especially in 19. 19 didn't have that, and I know 2K20 doesn't have it either, so that really set me off. But yeah, those are all of my bad stuff about it. Actually, one more thing in the bad category. What the hell's going on with the controls? They changed up the whole control scheme. Now 2K19 they kept it, and I was fine with that. Here, I actually had to during matches I had to pause the game and go to the controls because I had no idea what I was doing. For paybacks and stuff, or to activate them, it's different controls. It's like RT something. Even though last game RT was a reversal button, or R2 for PlayStation users. Now Y is the reverse, and X and A together are finishers and signatures. Why? That's literally so tedious. Whenever I try to play a match, I try to press Y for finishers, and I get messed up, and then I get punched. Like, I don't know. And 2K stated that this is for new players. I don't necessarily recommend that to new players. I recommend the old systems of reversing and finishers and those kind of ways. I don't know. That seemed to really be off, and that's just something that I wanted to add here that I forgot to add.
Charlotte Flair has her trapped.
So, the verdict. Honestly, if you are a new player trying to get into the WWE games, by all means, you can try it out. If you're a fan of WWE, and if you're a fan of wrestling games, this one might be good. If you are a veteran and you are trying to get the same experience, I don't recommend it. In my past, I've played almost all of the 2K games, all of the WWE games I have right now. It goes back to SmackDown, WWF SmackDown, Just Bring It, and I have experience from there on. So it's something that really set me off. And I still do play it. I still do try my best to work out kinks, but it still knocks me off that this game needs to be fixed. It needs to be fixed immediately. I hope within, when Bump in the Night comes out on the 29th, they fix this. They release a big patch. And hell, they even, when you install the game on Xbox, as far as I know, you get a 20 gigabyte update patch that comes with it. And it says in the back that the game is usually 50 gigs. So it's really 70 gigabytes. if you consider the quote unquote patches, but there was no patches. Literally, the game still bugs out. It still makes a lot of issues more tedious, and I feel like it needs to be updated now. It needs to be updated immediately. If it doesn't, they're screwed. 2K is screwed. I get it with the whole graphic situation because Yuke's left and everything, but again, just find someone else if they can do graphics better. I forgot who made the graphics for this one. Oh, Visual Concepts. They're the ones who did the graphics for it. They used to have help from Ukes, but Ukes decided to leave before production. So that's something that they had to deal with. But I hope that within the next couple of days or couple of weeks, they can be able to patch up all these issues and maybe make some more changes to it if they can. 2K20, as far as a rating for it right now, I would probably say maybe a 4 out of 10. Sorry for the phone. But I would probably give it a 4 out of 10 for now. If it's updated, I will definitely put this up higher. But right now, it is a 4 out of 10 for me. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video, and I hope you enjoy. Thank you.